Hello everyone, welcome to the Gifted Soul Tarot. I'm going to be doing a love reading for Sagittarius, and this is for the period 1st of May to 15th May. This is a general reading. Lots of energy. Let's try that again. This is for Sagittarius. Thank you. What do we have for Sagittarius? I call upon my spirit guide, Swami, and my other spirit guides to give me accurate messages. So we got the Wheel of Fortune, we got the Devil card. Wheel of Fortune, Devil card. Card of Capricorn. See what we have for Sagittarius. Seven of Pentacles. King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. That's fine. Seven of Pentacles, this grounding energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Wow, that's wonderful. It's shot out. So it's 10 of Cups. It's a happy ever after card. See what else we can get. Thank you. Choices. Let's move these slightly up. We've got the Nine of Wands. Look at the advice cards for Sagittarius. Looking for one more card for advice. We've got Swords energy here as well. That's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Here you go. Hierophant. Card of Taurus. Oh, I don't know why I'm putting that there. Okay, here we've got our advice cards. Overall energy. It's a card of Aquarius. It's a star card. It's a card of hope. There you can see she's pouring water into to the river, to this pond, and there's 5 streams, which are the 5 senses of life. And there's hope here. There's a constellation of the planets above her head, stars, and it's a card of hope. Right. So we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. This is good changes. This is an upsurge in money. This changes either job, changes in your relationship, positive changes. Positive changes are on the way for you. You can see the 4 quadrants of the earth around the Wheel of Fortune. And then we've got the Devil card, which speaks of some form of addiction, codependency. It could be addiction to having a partner in your life. It could be addiction to sexuality, ego. You can see the masculine and feminine energies in this card. There's unity of them. But there's codependency as well. It could be alcohol, drugs, whatever. Okay, and then we've got the Seven of Pentacles. You know what? You sowed and now you reaped. Now there's no happiness here. You're not happy with the outcome. You're thinking, you know what? I did all that and all I've got is this. So either you're complaining it's about your investments that you're complaining, or it's about something to do with money, having put investments and having put money in certain investments. And now with the COVID virus, that's not coming off. So there's a bit of heartache here, and you've lost a bit, and you're feeling it. So there's some form of pressure. And then we've got the King of Wands, which is the fire energy. So, as I said, this is a direct king. He's straightforward, he's very intelligent. He makes for a good advisor. He makes for a good family man. He's very direct in his speech, and what he means he says. So he's quite a high power. He holds a high office. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And here we got the Ten of Cups. That's the happy ever after card, which is beautiful. So it looks like there's good things in the pipeline. But then, of course, there's also choices that your partner has to make. There's only one commitment and a lot of choices. So the message has to choose wisely. So you have to choose wisely in matters concerning this relationship, and also the unity of the relationship. And, whether you're going to have that happy ever after. It's dependent upon choices. It's dependent upon choosing the right choice. And it's also from your side, Sagittarius, you've got to be careful of this ego, mindset of the inflated ego and this codependency in this relationship. There's also, Sagittarius has been heavily guarded. You're standing up for what you believe in, that you are hard and fast in your approach. You're adopting almost like you want to display crisis management. What are you fearing? Is it the wedge in a relationship? What is it you fear? Why are you so guarded? And that's on Sagittarius side. And with the Seven of Swords, there's going to be a moving. Now, it doesn't just have to be a literal 3D move. It doesn't have to be a relocation here. It could be just a mind shift in your head, moving ideas in your head, and you've come to your senses. And so you're not moving anywhere literally, but in your head you're moving. You're having a whole metamorphosis of change. And that can quite easily happen, as you live and as you cement this relationship together, your wants and your needs change. That's the Hierophant. And that's talking about order. It's talking about that counselor. It's talking about that priest. It's talking about that person, that legal beagle, that person that's in high office, that's giving rules, and he lives a life. He's a law-abiding citizen. Everything with him is legal. It's policy orientated. It's law. It's it's set in stone. So now let's see if we can, we need to clarify these cards. So let's see if we can pull some clarifying cards for Sagittarius. Wow. Six of Cups, card of nostalgia. I'm going to leave that side. Okay. What is this codependency? Sagittarius. And clarify. A whole bunch came out. Got the Two of Cups. That's beautiful. It's codependencies to do with your other partner. There's a lot of love here on your side, Sagittarius. So you want to make this work. You want to make this unity work. And there's a lot of synergy. A lot of energy. Pardon me. There's also some secrets here. No, I think it's on your partner's side. Pardon me. This is the moon card. Card of Pisces. And I have to warn you, it speaks of a lot of deceit and deception on your lover side. It could be deceit and deception. They could be deceiving you. They could be lying to you. It's the card where it speaks of trust no one. You don't know things as you ought to know them. You don't know things, you only know things in part. And least of all, you don't know what's in the minds of others. So, go with it, and you need to exercise your intuition now. Because, this card is an intuitive card. So you need to, go with them and listen to what your intuition tells you. Listen to what you're guided to do. Because, you don't want to be deceived. It also speaks of you're going on a trip to a place that's wet. And this trip is going to be a very unusual trip. It's not going to be like any other trip you've gone on, with your partner. You're going to go on this trip, and maybe to, talk things out and try and cement this relationship, before you propose, before you make a decision, before your other person makes a decision. It's important. Okay, now I think to do with the moon card that I just drew, that card of deception and deceit, we've got the Five of Swords. Okay, this is Swords energy. That's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It speaks of fights. It speaks of fights, and there may even be violence. Now, I don't know what these fights are. It could be something to do with the moon card. Something coming out. And then it causes arguments. It could be a couple of people involved in this too. Not just one. Let's see what you guarding. Oh, way too many. Let's see what you're guarding. Why are you so guarded? Magician. You're the master manifester. You can manifest anything you want. You've got all the tools to do the job, and there's a card of expansion. So you're going to see new places, new things. May even be, and there's a lot of travel involved in this card as well. So maybe it's just you standing up for yourself, defending your lot. But there's definitely expansion here. Seven of Cups. Decision time. Like this card here. Seven of Cups. Same thing. It's clarity. So that's clarity on that. You need to decide carefully and make the right decision. There's going to be an enterprise. A joining up of enterprise. It could be two, it could be three people. It's going to be a good unity. It's time to make some money, and it's a good proposition, and it's a good opportunity for you. So there could also be involved. There could be involvement with that. There could also be involvement. It could be fights. I don't know if you've spoken about doing something on the side, but that card would speak of you doing something on the side. Could be travel involved with that as well. But now this Five of Swords, where there's fighting and it may lead to violence, could be anything. It could be, with this deceit of the secrets of the moon card, or it could be to do with a business proposition. And here we got the Hierophant again. That's double twice confirmation. Okay, this person is spiritual more than he is material. This card is speaking. It's telling you to listen to your intuitive thoughts. Go within, meditate, call on your deity, work with your spirit guides. You need to go within, and you need to make wise decisions. That's important. The Seven of Wands is a card of expansion. That's the Eight of Wands. Seven of Wands is a card of, it's not expansion, that's expansion. But the Seven of Wands speaks of you're going to be very busy with a project, and I think it's to do with this career move, this starting out something on your own. You're going to be very busy with projects, possibly, coming up with a preamble, maybe doing a business plan. There's going to be a lot involved, especially now with the COVID. You want to prep for this, and you want to do it either on the sideline, or you want to do it as a career change. But the message here is to think about it sensibly. Break this plan into bite-sized chunks. Don't look at it as a big white elephant, because you'll be able to get through it a lot quicker if you break it up and you start working through it effectively and efficiently. You may also have to work through this project, and you may feel ill, but you're gonna just press on, because there's good things waiting for you. This card also speaks of travel. There's going to be travel, and it's to do with this expansion, to do with this career shift. And that's a beautiful card. That speaks of love. It's love that's coming. It's an outpouring of love, either from you to your partner, your Sagittarian partner, or for Sagittarius to your partner. So, or it could be from both of you. It's an outpouring of love, which is a beautiful card. So now I want to clarify these cards, and I'm going to use the Archangel deck. And we need a message for Sagittarius, for the person. Thank you. I got that one. Let's see what this is. Seven of Michael. There is a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. Review all the details. Maybe that's a codependency. Maybe that's to do with the Seven of Pentacles, where you're not making what you ought to make, and you're trying to do it all on your own, and it's not bearing the results you want it to be. For a clarifying card for your partner. This is the card of justice. Fight for justice and equality. Ruling made in your favour. Don't give up. Well, I think that's clarity on the decision you make. These various opportunities. Make the right decision. Go ahead with this joint venture. Break it up. And do it systematic. If you're working with someone, more than a partner or two or three, work together efficiently and effectively to make this how can I say, enterprise or venture, profitable. Because you can't do it on your own. And the readings are made in your favour. Don't give up. Because I see, you're definitely going to gain perspective, and you're going to make a good career out of this. It's going to benefit you both. I'm going to draw a last card from the Akashic Tarot deck as an overall message. What's the overall message for Sagittarius? Got the Three of Roses. See what the Three of Roses has to say as an enlightenment. Right. And it's entitled Loving Elements. Right. Playful fairies and water sprouts frolic in the air around a little child. They fill the air with expanding joy and happiness. Although many people don't believe in elements, nature, spirits of... Although many people don't believe in the elements, nature, spirits of all kinds do exist, and they have more power than can be imagined. They live in the elements of earth, air, wind and fire, and they're willing to share the guidance, well-being and inspiration of the Akashic records that exist in the natural world. This card here tells you that the joy will soon be increasing. It encourages you to remember to have fun. Bring more playfulness to your daily life. Let yourself sing a little and laugh a lot. Call on the elements to inspire you in this and in other areas. They are a font of fun and upliftment that can expand the joy into life. That can expand the joy in your life in great measure. So laugh a bit, work hard, play hard. I think that's the message here. And you know, take a tip from the Hierophant. Call in your spirit guides, and you'll find a lot of answers within yourself. Well, that's all I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope this resonated with you. Please can I ask you to leave me a comment, like and subscribe to this channel, and I'll pick you up in the next video.